the South Bearspaw water feeder main. Today we'll hear updates for you from Calgary Emergency Management Agency Chief Sue Henry, Infrastructure Services General Manager Michael Thompson, and Mayor Jeremy Farkas. We'll listen to their updates. We'll take your questions right after. Thanks so much. Over to you, Chief.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Sue Henry, Chief of the Calgary Emergency Management Agency. I'm joined today by General Manager of Infrastructure Services Michael Thompson and Mayor Jeremy Farkas. We're here to provide an update on the Bearspaw South feeder main repair, and we're pleased to share some good news with you today. This morning, we turned on the last pump at the Bearspaw water treatment plant, again increasing the flow of water through the feeder main. We've been monitoring the pipe, and as of this afternoon, the system remains stable. That means we are now able to lift all water restrictions effective immediately. At the end of the day today, the municipal emergency plan will be deactivated and the emergency operations center will close. Although we are winding down our emergency response operations, I assure you that the pipe will continue to be closely monitored, and should we experience another break, we are ready to respond quickly and efficiently. As mentioned before, the process to return the pipe to service had additional risk. Before we began to turn on the pumps, we took several measures to protect the communities around the feeder main. Now that we have returned the pipe to service, we will be removing a few of these mitigation measures. The extra first responders that had been stationed near the feeder main will stand down today. Other measures, like the removed sections of berm in Montgomery and the barriers along Parkdale Avenue, will remain in place for now. Work will continue to determine a long-term approach until the feeder main has been replaced. While the traffic is flowing in both directions on 16th Avenue, the westbound right turn lane and curb lanes remain closed. These curb and turn lanes continue to need more time for the road base to stabilize after our pavement repair work. Please note, this is a temporary fix, and work on the permanent repair plans are underway and will be completed during the construction season in 2026. We are also pleased to announce that operations at our aquatic centers and arenas will return to normal. Steam rooms will reopen as early as this evening. Hot tubs and kiddie pools are being refilled and expected to reopen tomorrow. The Shoaldice Aquatic Center will reopen Monday, January 19th, and our arenas will return to normal ice service flooding frequency. For up-to-date information on the status of each of the facilities, please check calgary.ca/pools. As we have said, although today's news is good news, we cannot guarantee this pipe will not break again. The city will remain ready to respond quickly to any future breaks. We are also asking you to stay informed and to be prepared. If there is another break, or when we need to shut down the feeder main again for planned reinforcements, we're once again going to need your help to save water. I encourage you to follow City of Calgary social media, visit calgary.ca, and stay tuned to local news. I also encourage you to download the Alberta Emergency Alert app to get the non-broadcast intrusive alert notices like the ones we issued during this incident. Finally, I want to extend a big thank you to all Calgarians, people in Airdrie, Chestermere, Sutton Nation, and Strathmore for doing your part. Thank you also to our business community that helped us to save water. To those of you who cut your water use at home or at work, you made a difference, and we truly appreciate you and the effort you made. I'd also like to extend a huge thanks to all of the City of Calgary teams and everyone from our partner agencies who supported this situation with dedication and professionalism. I'll now pass it over to GM Michael Thompson, who will walk you through the future planned repairs on the feeder main replacement project.
Good afternoon. I'm Michael Thompson, General Manager of Infrastructure Services with the City of Calgary. As Chief Henry mentioned, all has gone well with bringing this pipe back into service. We've been closely monitoring the pipe as we filled and repressurized, gradually increasing the flow. And as of right now, the pipe appears stable. The final pump was activated this morning, and we can now rely on water flowing from the Bearspaw plant to support the community. This means we are able to lift our water restrictions. Please know the water is safe to drink. While today's news is a step in the right direction, we still have a long way to go in our feeder main journey. As the mayor said, the existing feeder main is terminally ill. This spring and fall, we will need to take the feeder main out of service to to reinforce sections of pipe. This critical work will require water restrictions in the spring and fall. Planning for these reinforcements is in progress now. We will share updates as they become available. However, as we work towards the spring planned repairs, we cannot guarantee that the pipe won't break again. If the pipe fails before then, we will move quickly and complete some of the reinforcement repairs at the same time as we repair the break. This pipe is critical to move water from the Bearspaw plant to your homes and businesses, and this work is critical to keep this pipe operational. While planning for urgent reinforcement work, we are looking for every possible opportunity to accelerate the construction of a new replacement pipe, the only solution to getting us out of our current vulnerable situation. Today, we have awarded contracts to start this work. We're ordering materials, mobilizing equipment, and planning for the work ahead. We will share details on the plans in the coming weeks as they're refined and developed. As I've shared previously, on December 30th, our urgency changed. This pipe failed without warning, putting our community in a vulnerable position. Going forward, we cannot risk this, and we are committed to working relentlessly to protect our community. Every day counts as we move forward. And as I mentioned at the Executive Committee this week, we are focused on schedule, quality, and safety. On behalf of our crews on the ground and behind the scenes and the entire City of Calgary, thank you. Thank you for your patience, your understanding during the past few weeks, for your steps to save water and support our ongoing work in the coming months ahead. Calgary has shown that when conditions are difficult, we come together. We appreciate your help and understanding as we focus on building a stronger and more resilient future for generations to come. I'll now pass it over to Mayor Farkas.
Thank you, GM Thompson, Chief Henry. I'm not sure why I have this bottle of water, because we don't need this anymore. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Today, I want to speak with Calgarians in two parts. First, about what we've been able to accomplish together, and second, about what comes next and why it must become Calgary's civic mission. So first, to Calgarians, as well as those who helped us do our part in the region, thank you. Thank you for saving water. Thank you for adjusting your routines. And thank you for your patience, because we know that this has been incredibly disruptive and frustrating. But once again, Calgary, you have shown us what kind of city we are. You didn't complain and shrug. You stepped up and you helped. And you got us to this point. And because you did, and because our teams delivered, we can confirm that the Bearspaw South Feeder Main is back in service. And GM Thompson, I know you're an engineer, but I have never been as excited about a water pipe as perhaps you have been most of your career. But I don't know much about this, but I'm damn excited. But now we have to be clear that this milestone, it didn't happen by chance. It happened because city crews and partners worked around the clock under incredible pressure, in difficult conditions, and with safety and with precision. So today, I want to recognize the incredible people who made this possible. To the crews and water services and infrastructure, to the trades, operators, and engineers, to the safety teams, logistics, procurement, emergency management. And yes, that includes you, Sue, Kobe, everybody else who until recently was downstairs, our incredible liaison officers who jumped into action in the middle of the night on December 30th. To every person who pulled a long shift, missed time with family, and did what needed to be done. To you as well, GM Thompson, to our city manager, as well as the executive leadership team. You delivered in record time, and Calgary owes all of you, an incredibly deep debt of gratitude. And it was over the past 17 days that we've seen what can happen when Calgarians come together. But we've also seen our partners step up in a meaningful way. I want to once again thank Corey Hogan from the federal government, as well as Premier Smith, Minister Dan Williams, Minister Mike Ellis, and Minister Devin Dreeshen, whose office have been in constant contact with ours since day one, and who have offered their full and unconditional support in helping our city through this challenge. Our federal and provincial partners understand just how critical it is to get a new pipe in the ground and to do it as quickly as possible, and to do it, most importantly, right the first time. And on that note, second and most importantly, today is not a victory lap, although it feels like it. Today is a milestone, and then tomorrow it is straight back to work. Because the truth is simple. This repair has simply bought Calgary time, but we are now in a race against the clock. This water line, as said previously, is terminally ill. It is a ticking time bomb, and it's not a matter of if, but when it fails again. So our job right here in this moment is not to celebrate the patch. Our job is to deliver the replacement faster than anyone thinks possible. And here, Calgary is the standard that we need to set. We need to do what would normally take 4 years in 1 year. We need to do what would normally take 4 years in one single calendar year. That's the challenge. This is about the basics: clean water, safe homes, functioning hospitals, and a city that's ready for emergencies. Now, here is the most important part. This mission that we are about to undertake as a city, it's not just for engineers, it's not just for leadership, it's for the whole city. And I'll tell you why. There is a story from the Apollo program. President John F. Kennedy visited NASA. He walked into a building, and yes, John, you probably know the story. He walked into the building and he saw a janitor sweeping the floor. And Kennedy asked him, "What are you doing?" And the janitor looked up and said, "Mr. President, I'm helping to put a man on the moon." And that's what a real mission does. It gives every person in every role a shared purpose. And that's what Calgary needs right now. Because I need to be honest with you, Calgary. From here on out, this can't just be a project sitting in a binder somewhere. This has to become our moonshot. For the next 365 days, this has to be our civic mission. From the people in the field to the people behind the scenes, from the janitor to city council and mayor to the city manager, we will all have a part to play. Because this isn't just construction, it's alignment, it's discipline, it's removing roadblocks, it's faster procurement, faster approvals, faster decisions, it's focus every single day for months for the next year. And Calgary has done big things fast before. We got ready for the Olympics in 5 years. We built Calgary's LRT first phase in 4. We built the Saddle Dome in about 2. And we have to do this in 1 year. We will do this. We have to do this in 1 year. Because our goal is clear and our city is aligned, Calgary can move. But here's the difference. We have to move even faster than anything we've ever done before. Replacing the beating heart of Calgary's water system is our moonshot. There are very rare moments when history taps a city on the shoulder, and this is one of those moments. And it's going to take, for the next year, determination and focus from everyone. From city workers to keep pushing and innovating, from business to help deliver and support the workforce, from regulators and partners to enable speed without sacrificing safety, and from everyday Calgarians to stay engaged and stay committed, because the reward is worth it. A resilient water system, a safer city, and confidence for generations that every single Calgarian will be able to count on safe and reliable water out of their taps. So yes, again, to the incredible crews, the incredible team who enabled us this incredible result. Yes, today we recognize the success, but tomorrow morning, we have to treat this like what it is, the biggest civic mission that Calgary has ever faced, and we are going to win it. Thank you, and we're happy to answer your questions.
Yes, Scott Strasser from the Herald and Sun. I'm wondering if procurement has been completed for the replacement line. When will we find out which contractors you have selected for that, or which firm is undertaking it?
Yeah, happy to announce that we've selected Warden Burke and Graham Construction to work with the City of Calgary moving forward. We've initiated that work. We've ordered materials. We're mobilizing equipment and bringing crews in right now to start that work.
And follow-up is regarding the price tag for this repair. I believe the last repair was paid for out of the water utility reserve. It was around 35 to 40 million. I don't imagine that's what this repair cost, considering it wasn't as long-lasting or comprehensive extensive, but when will Calgarians know how much this rupture cost?
Yeah, so if the question's for the immediate break, we've got cost coding that we had put out, so all the crews and all the people working on this were tracking their costs. Afterwards, we'll collect what those numbers are, and we can report that once we have that collected.